Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm DJaki and this is my first ever how to fix video, and I hope you are able to use it. So today we're going to be talking about the HD60S Gato video capture card. Now this is a popular card for people who are streaming and want to capture their videos for things like PS4 and Xbox, etc. And it's a very good card. It's actually very useful for recording things, especially like I said, gaming. And a lot of people are using this card these days, but sometimes issues come up, of course. And so we're going to go over a couple of those issues and finally go over an issue I thought I really couldn't find any information about, even on the Gato website, and I thought people would want to know. So first off, what's the common issue? Well, the common issue tends to be when things don't seem to work. In other words, there's no signal being received by the PC through the HD60S Gato. So let's go over one of the common reasons. So let's take a look at the first thing here. We're going to go over here. And we can see this is a picture of my PS4, and you see all the information about the system. And one thing that you can see that's squared out there is HDCP. Now, the general rule is if the HDCP is enabled, the Elgato HD60S will not work. You have to disable this function on the PS4 or anything else that you're using to be able to make this work. So that's the first thing you need to check. Is your HDCP enabled or not? If it is, please disable it. Alright, the next thing that you look at, if it's not working, the other advice that you get from a lot of other sites and also from the Elgato website as well, is if it's wired, take it all apart. Basically the old shut it down and put it back on technique. So basically disconnect all the wires, wait a little bit, then reconnect all the wires, and then wait and see if that works or not. Now I've done this as well and it did not work. So now if this doesn't work, one of the things that I tried is the old school check the drivers. Are the drivers working? Are your drivers updated? If that's not the case, I actually tried to roll back to an older driver on the HD60s as to see if that would work. Of course this did not work and stress was happening. So I didn't go as far as to destroy my computer, I just bought it, but yeah, it's one of those things. So there are three things that I tried. Again, taking a look at the drivers. The other step was to disconnect everything and reconnect it after a while. And finally, of course, before that, actually checking to see that the HDCP is disabled or not. Now, like I said, I tried all these things and it did not work. And after a long time, let me go back to that stressful picture there. There we go. After a long time of checking and checking, I found the answer on Reddit. Now I'll put those links into the description. Please check it if you want to read through it or not. You can look it over yourself to see what they talked about. But essentially, it appeared that the issue came up in Windows 10, in a Windows 10 security app. So there is actually a new security app on Windows 10. On some Windows 10 computers, it's called the Windows Security app, and there is something in there that's actually affecting the HD60S. So we're actually going to take a look at that right now. Let's check it out. I'm going to go to my display. There we go. And first things up, take a look for the Windows Security app. Just go Windows here, and we can see the application comes up very quickly. Click on that, and here we've opened. You can see security at a glance. You have everything here, but the one thing you want to look at is device security. Now click on device security, and here you have three options. The one you want to focus on is core isolation. Now here is a quick disclaimer. I'm not an expert. I do like computers. I try to learn as much as I can, but I'm not an expert in these things. This is just something I happened to find out about, and I didn't see any other information about it, so I thought I'd make a video for people. But please, if you do try this technique, be sure to check the information on your own to make sure that everything's okay for your PC, because you are essentially going to be doing something to your security system, so be careful about that. So here we go. We have what we're looking at. It's the core isolation. So the point of this apparently is to be able to protect your computers from heavy attacks to their memory. And so if you click on this and go to core isolation details, you'll see something called memory integrity. So this is, as it says here, prevents attacks from inserting malicious code into high security processes. So if you're worried about this type of stuff, I don't recommend this, but it did work for me. Essentially, you can see it's off now, but actually if it's on, if this is on, then apparently your Elgato will not work. And after trying everything, when I turned this off and restarted the computer, the Elgato HD60S was working. I was able to get a signal into the actual Game Capture HD program, and everything was good. So this is something you could possibly try. But again, disclaimer, please be careful. This is essentially turning off a security function in your computer. So please do some research and do your due diligence, if you will, to make sure about it. But this is something that worked for me. And that's it. So I hope it works out for you. Please check and see if it works. If people do have success with this, please let me know in the comments below. And good luck with everything. Thanks a lot, and see you next time.